Welcome to Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. Let's go check it out. Welcome to Deck 17. This is where the perch is, which is right at the very front of the ship. It's just this big flat area where they do morning yoga and evening yoga, but during the day it's just a hangout spot, real quiet, peaceful, not many people up there. So if you're coming to get away from the people and relax, the perch is where it's at. This is also where they have the full running track around the entire top of the ship, and it's pretty much unobstructed, and you constantly get views of the ocean. Absolutely beautiful. There's also a portion of the CrossFit training up here as well. Welcome to Deck 16. This is the hangout area. There are swings, there's net ropes, there's teeter-totters for 2 and 4 people. This is also where the CrossFit is. They have a bar at the front where you can watch sports. Right now they have some football going on, so this is excellent. Come hang out. At the bar here on Deck 16, there is also a cargo net that allows you to lay on Deck 16, but see all the way down to Deck 4, and it is super cool. Terrifying, but very cool. Unfortunately, it was closed off for the day, but this is also the same deck that has the CrossFit training and punching bags, so you can come out here and relieve a little bit of stress. Also here on Deck 16, they have the basketball court, so you can come out here and challenge your friends to a game of pickup. All of that was toward the forward of this beautiful ship, but as we make our way to the midship, you'll see that this is where the sun deck is, this is where they have the cabanas, and this is really where the party gets started. Now this area does get very crowded during the day, so if you want a good spot, I suggest getting here early in the morning so you can lay claim to your spot. It's a beautiful area, it's really fun. They got a lot of good music playing. The views of the ocean are incredible, but I highly suggest coming in the morning. For food here on Deck 16, they have the Sun Club Cafe, which is a small cafe with a little bit of Asian flair. The bao buns are spectacular, and if you like spicy things, I highly suggest the firecracker popcorn. It really surprised me. It was delicious. Now, if you're someone who likes to travel in a little more luxury, you like to travel a little more bougie, Deck 16 definitely has what you want in Richard's Rooftop. Is specifically for suite level guests. They pay a little more money for the cabin, they get nicer cabins, and they also get access to this 24/7 Richard's Rooftop area that has so many loungers. It is always going to be quiet. They have their own little hot tubs, their own bar area. The seating is ridiculous. It is a very quiet, very quaint place. Every evening, come up here to Richard's Rooftop, get yourself some champagne, do a champagne toast. This place is really spectacular. All good vibes, good people, good service. If you enjoy cruising and luxury, there is no better place to do it in the sea than Richard's Rooftop. From Deck 16, we're going to make our way down this really cool spiral staircase down to Deck 15, and it's going to spit us out right in the area where there's a bar, there's a hot tub, and plenty of pools. Deck 15 is definitely going to be one of the higher trafficked areas on the ship due to all of the pools and hot tubs that they have, but right now it is very crowded, so let's move on and let's see it all empty. Virgin Voyages has definitely shaken up the cruise food game. On board, they do not have any buffets. They do have the galley, however, and the galley is like several different food trucks that are all combined on the same deck, and they're serving any kind of food that you want. Everything is freshly made, and it is spectacular. They have any food that you could possibly want, starting off with well bread, where they bake bread every single day and it always smells absolutely spectacular over there. Then you're moving on to the burger bar. Need I say more? Hamburgers, french fries, does it get better? Diner and Dash, it's going to be your all-day breakfast area, and everything that they do is like perfection. Around the corner you have the Let's taco about it, which of course is your traditional Mexican fare, but it is upscale Mexican fare, and it is delicious. The chorizo burrito, I can't say enough good things about it. It is amazing. Then that brings you into Noodle Around, and Noodle Around is arguably my favorite place to eat on board. The spicy tonkatsu ramen is unbelievable. Right past that, you have Hot Off the Press, which is nice, fresh paninis. Coming back toward the front, you have the popsicles, and they're delicious. They're fresh tasting popsicles. And then that moves you into Bento Baby, which is your grab and go sushi restaurant. And then of course, how can you have food on a cruise ship without tasting a little bit of the sweet side? Of course, there's more places to eat than just the galley. Virgin Voyages has several different restaurants on board, however, none of them are paid extra. One of them is Gun Bay. It's a Korean barbecue restaurant where they come in, they play a game with you, and it is spectacular. The flavor is amazing. The experience is super fun, and you get to meet some cool people on board while you do it. Highly suggest. Moving out of the galley, we are coming into the main pool area on the Resilient Lady, and right now it's very calm, but during the day it can get very crazy. But it is a beautiful pool, and it's got several hot tubs surrounding it. Also here on deck 15 you have a spot to get your pedicures, and the Scene, which is a small hangout area. It's kind of hidden, so it's generally very quiet. Come out here, read a book, get away from the noise. It's really awesome. That about wraps up Deck 15, but before we move on, if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out this small channel, and it'll keep you up to date on our adventures. Next week, we have a really cool video coming. It's a cheeky corner suite versus an interior cabin on the Resilient Lady. You won't want to miss it. But with all that being said, let's go to Deck 7. Deck 7 is definitely the heart of the Resilient Lady. If we start off right here at the roundabout, it's surrounded by several different bars and restaurants, but you also have several different places to book your next vacation, to do a little bit of shopping. It's a really cool hangout area, really open. It's beautiful. Also on Deck 7, you have your pizza place, which is spectacular. Every pizza that they do in there is fresh and unbelievable. Moving toward the aft of the ship, we're coming to the more social part of the Resilient Lady. This is where your coffee amenities are going to be. This is coming into the social area. There's a lot of hangouts, board game area, all the board games you could ever possibly want. Directly to the right is another little, like a 50s diner feel. It has chicken wings and popcorn and candy. There's shuffleboard. And if you walk through it, you come into the Loose Cannon, which is a small bar kind of hidden off to the side. And then directly behind the Loose Cannon is a full arcade. This ship has everything that you could possibly want. The other side of Deck 7 is a little more swanky. It's very much so velvet, high class, champagne. If you enjoy a nice cocktail and some intimate conversation, this is definitely a place to come. This is also where the Red Room is, which is the onboard entertainment theater. This is much smaller and more intimate than other cruise lines, and their shows are not Broadway style, but more talent based, and they are amazing. However, don't come on board thinking you're going to have a Broadway style show, because that's not what Virgin Voyages does. This ship has so many places to come and hang out and kick your feet up and just enjoy the social life. More seating than I believe I've ever seen on any other cruise that we've been on. There's smaller bars and smaller restaurants anywhere you look. And even though this ship is massive, it really brings a quaint, homey, fun feel to every corner. Which brings us to the Groupie, which is the onboard karaoke area. And of course, you know we had to try it. Don't judge me.
Going home, gonna load my shotgun, wait by the door and light a cigarette.
We're going to move on past all that now and head on down to Deck 6, where all of the shopping, more eating, more restaurants, and even a place to get a tattoo and a haircut. Starting off directly below the roundabout on Deck 7 is another hangout area. They have live music playing all the time. There's a bar back here. Plenty of seating, just like the entire ship. This is a really cool place to come and hang out and just listen to some live music. On deck 6, they have Extravagant, which is the onboard Italian restaurant, and it is amazing. Amanda and I spent a lot of time in Italy, and we have come to love carbonara. And the onboard carbonara is spectacular. We definitely recommend. They also have Squid Ink Tattoo Parlor here on board. Get your bookings early. They go out quick, but it's really cool to be on board a ship and get a tattoo. There's shops for anything and everything that you want. Purses, liquor, wallets, shoes, shirt, anything Virgin Voyages related. This ship has everything that you could need. Unfortunately, this all was filmed very early in the morning, so everything is closed. However, normally it's a very lively, very open, very inviting. Moving away from the stores, we're moving into the casino, and this casino has everything that you want, just like any other ship on board except for Disney Cruise Line. Card tables, slot machines, music, sports, it's all here. In the casino, there is the entrance to the fan favorite bar on board, the Manor, and it's really easy to know why it's the favorite with an entrance like this. I mean, are you kidding me? This is spectacular. This is a very quaint bar that hosts a lot of different talent-based shows and a lot of pop-up shows that aren't even on the itinerary. So you really got to keep your eye out. Moving on to deck 5, they have Razzle Dazzle, which is incredible. That is known as the Naughty and Nice restaurant. So they have vegan and vegetarian options, but they also have things like fried chicken and candied bacon. And in our opinion, it is the best brunch on board. Definitely come, check out the candied bacon, and get the unicorn churros. They're amazing. But the largest driving factor to deck 5, in our opinion, is the Redemption Spa here on board. It is spectacular. They have everything that you want. You can book massages. They have an option where you can buy a time slot and come in and just enjoy the services like the steam room, the salt room, the mud room, the cold plunge, the hot tubs. Everything in the Redemption Spa is done to the max. It is incredible. We highly, highly, highly suggest it. This is also where you're going to find your sailor services, so if you have any issues on board, you come to deck 5 and they'll sort you out. Through sailor services, they have Pink Agave, which is an upscale Mexican restaurant, and it is spectacular. Definitely book your dinner while on board. That about wraps up our tour of the Resilient Lady for Virgin Voyages. This cruise is incredible. I highly suggest it. This cruise line does everything to the max. We love Virgin Voyages. We can't suggest them enough. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. But with all that being said, don't forget to keep the Wanderlust alive, and we'll see you somewhere.